Hey gang, welcome to the Cross-Eyed Texan, and as you can tell, it's time for a full review of Burberry Touch for Men. I realize that this fragrance has been out for a while, but I haven't seen a full review of it anywhere, so let's get started. This fragrance came out in 2000, so it's pushing 25 years old, and the note breakdown, at the top we have violet and we have mandarin orange. In the middle we have pepper, Virginia cedarwood, and oak moss, and at the bottom we have vetiver, white musk, and tonka bean. And even though I've used it, I wanted to do an unboxing. Let's take a look around the boxes. I guarantee you it's hard to find somebody that's done this. But there's the box. Just a little Burberry on the top. Nothing on the side except a little information on the back. I'll leave that there in case you want to read it. And on the bottom, you have your batch code. And there it is right there if you get a hankering to look it up, because I'm not. When I paid $32 for this with shipping. And I actually like the box, because there's an inside fold right here that helps keep the bottle from banging around. Now I can throw that box away. But there's the bottle. I have worn this a total of 7 times, and I absolutely love it. And even though I have something on right now, I'm going to give myself 3 good sprays on the arm, on the wrist. Gave myself a little drenching right there. And what sticks out to me immediately is the violet and the cedar. Even though the Virginia cedarwood's a middle note, but I don't get the mandarin as much. Of course, everybody's honker's different. Everybody's nose is going to pick up something different. But there seems to be something complementary about the violet and the cedarwood. Cedarwood's kind of a sharp, kind of gotcha type of thing. And so's violet. Violet. You can definitely pick up the pepper as it dries down, and the oak moss. And in the far dry down, well, not even the far dry down, but the white musk and the tonka bean are evident. I don't get a lot of the vetiver, but I think it's probably more of a fresh type of vetiver. It's not anything off like Encre Noir or anything like that. That's a dirty vetiver or anything. But all these things blend together, and in the dry down, as it gets to the far dry down, you get a lovely, ever so slightly powdery tone. And I got these from the same place I always get mine. And I'll hold these up there so you can see them. I'm going to start doing some editing here pretty soon, but I kind of like my videos raw and uncut. And what's the biggest problem with this fragrance? What'd you say? What? Longevity, that's it. This stuff lasts about 4 hours. And it's gone like yesterday's diapers. I'm going to show y'all something there. I'm going to do a review on this. This is Royal Copenhagen. This is an EDC. This is an Eau de Cologne. This, I can get almost 6 hours out of. It lasts longer than this. I wish that it lasted longer, because if it did, that would be my signature scent. But at $30, it's definitely worth having. It is definitely worth having. I wore it, once I figured out, I wore it to church a couple of Sundays. And once I figured out, by the time I got home from church, and my church is only about an hour and a half, I'd spray it on as soon as I got out of the shower about 8 o'clock. And by the time I got home at noon, it had disappeared. It was just gone. But it's so cheap, you can just spray more of it on. But it's a fantastic, masculine, everyday out of the shower. I'm going to be wearing this a lot when I get out of the shower in the wintertime. Now, I don't have any pull with anybody. I'm just a little bitty channel. But I did reach out to somebody and make a suggestion. And he knows who he is. It is one of the best indie houses I've run across thus far. And I made the suggestion to him to see if might be able to strengthen this. Making his own twist on it, maybe do a parfum strength, which I think this would be great in a parfum strength because of the notes that are in it. I think they would lend well to that type because parfums tend to stay a little closer to you and they leave more of a sillage, and that's just my cup of tea. I don't like to announce myself. I like to be discovered. But if you haven't tried it, I would suggest you pick it up. You can get a 50 ml bottle for even cheaper, and it looks cute. And it actually has a wood lid, which is something you don't see every day. But for an avid collector, like if you were a watch collector and you didn't have a couple of Timexes, you know, I don't think you'd have a complete collection. If you collect bass guitars like I did, and you didn't have a Fender or two in there, or a Rickenbacker, then, you know, some would argue you didn't have a complete collection. And I would say, if you don't have some of this in your collection, you may not have a complete collection, you know. But it's a wonderful fragrance. Maybe it'll last longer on you. But I get about 4, maybe 5 hours out of it. If I apply this stuff, or like sometimes I will take this, squirt it on my arm right here, and then spray my arm with whatever fragrance and just smear it all over my body. And that generally gives me another hour or so. But that's my take on it. I do think it's worth having. I think, I don't think it smells dated. I don't understand it smells dated. If something smelled good once, it still smells good to me. I don't have anything in my collection. Well, I do have one that people say smells dated. As soon as I get done knocking crap over, let me see if I can find it. Well, what did I do with it? Well, I have misplaced it. But it is Davidoff Zeno. People say that smells dated. I don't get that reference. If it smells good, it smells good. I don't care when it came out. But that's my opinion. And opinions are like noses, and everybody wants to pick their own. Anyway, that's my take on this. And I appreciate all the subscribers. We are about that close to monetization. In fact, I got my welcome aboard thing today. But I still have to make up about 75 hours to get my 4,000 hours. And I wanted to thank you guys, but I'll do a video when that actually happens. It has been requested that I do one of my favorite 5 powdery fragrances, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to get them all together. I have enough there to do this, and a couple that you may not even consider powdery, but they kind of are. But anyway, thank you for watching. If this video was helpful to you, give me a thumbs up. If you like shaving content, if you like wet shaving content, if you like to know about soaps and body washes and things of that nature, and maybe even the occasional little watch review, go ahead and subscribe. Trying to do something different out here. Instead of focusing on one thing, I want to focus on 3 or 4 things that maybe you'll have some interest in. Anyway, thank you for watching. God bless y'all. Just don't take care of yourself. Take care of somebody else. Go be a blessing to somebody. Take care.